high school diplomas were huge? Now it doesn't matter. I bet you guys didn't know there are certain McDonald's you cannot work at without a bachelor's degree. You guys know that? Did you guys know that you guys cannot work for Enterprise Rent-A-Car without a bachelor's degree? You can't rent cars to people if you don't have a bachelor's degree. To rent a car, honestly, really, it's not rocket science. So when I graduated, I experienced this. And if you guys know about college, you have 6 months to pay back your student loan. 6 months. They don't care if you got a job or you don't got a job. You got 6 months. They want their money. Or you start to hit your credit. If y'all know about credit, don't let that get messed up. This is over after that, right? So I ended up getting a job with a degree. Danielle said she has a job, but she doesn't need a degree. She makes $14.25, right? I make $13.50, and I need a degree for my job. You have to have a degree to be in my position. Literally, have to. It's not optional. I make $13.50 an hour. That's how much I make. Now, we will all agree that with a bachelor's degree, you're expecting more money than that, right? Yeah. You're expecting a high-paying job, and I'm here to tell you, I'm a walking, talking, living testament that does not exist. What school taught me to be, and what school taught everybody to be, and what our parents taught us to be, were employees. You were taught your whole life, if you want money, what are you supposed to go do?
Get a job.
Go get a job. If you're not doing it with your life, what do you need to go do? Everything is revolved around getting a job, but no one goes and say, we need to go own a business. No one says you need to find a way to make money on your own. No, they tell you to be dependent on someone else to control how much you make. And when someone controls how much you make, they control your lifestyle. You know why? Because they control where you live, they control what you drive and what you eat, because of how much they decide to pay you. Because I'm sorry, if you're only making $40 a year, you're not getting a Bugatti. It's not happening. You're not getting a Lamborghini. So they now have full control over your whole lifestyle. Your whole lifestyle. And what I experienced from this is that I realized I have to go back to school to get my master's. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting my master's. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm actually the only black male in my program. The only black male in my program. I'm actually I'm thinking like, I'm going to be one of a kind. But then I experienced people who graduated before me with the master's. They said, yeah, don't take nothing. You're not going to get nothing less than $50,000 a year. I said, $50,000 a year? What is that? After taxes, that's 40. And what we don't understand about middle class, we all think we're above average, correct? Yeah. Now, y'all know that above average income, y'all know average income is $200,000 a year? That's average income. That's middle class. That's average. If you're not making over $200,000, you are below average. Period. Now, I would like to ask this question. Who in here will all want $1 million in their bank account? You want $1 million in your bank account? Oh. Right? Now, we all want $1 million in our bank account, but my next question is, how many of you have actually ever tried to make $1 million? Has you actually made a valid attempt to make $1 million? No. You have?
Yeah.
You made a valid attempt.
To make $1 million?
Yeah.
I go to work every day to make money. So
No, you're never going to make $1 million working.
I won't?
Working for someone? There's no such thing as $1 million employee. No such thing. No one will pay you more than they get paid. Right? Because you work at FedEx, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I'm going to ask you, do you make more than your supervisor?
Nah.
Do your supervisor make more than their manager?
I'm sure no. It's all the process. It's all
Exactly.
so.
Exactly. So it's a glass ceiling.
Right.
You would never make more than the CEO, period.
Right.
The owner of FedEx is never going to pay you more than he gets paid. That's never going to happen. So I'm going to tell you that there is not one, the president doesn't get paid $1 million. There is no such thing as a job that makes $1 million. The only people who have 7 figures are people who own themselves. Period. And if you're not owning yourself, the only way you can make over 7 figures is to be in the entertainment field. This is network marketing. This is the second highest paid profession in America. The second. 85% of self-made millionaires do this. You guys know about Apple, how that started? Network marketing. Coca-Cola? Network marketing. Google? Network marketing. Now, the thing is, I like to ask this, that if you guys knew about Google when it was 10 cents a share, would you have invested in it? 10 cents? You would invested in it?
I mean, I would have, but I didn't know.
Exactly. But if you knew about it, you would invest 10 cents a share, right? If you knew about Steve Jobs when he was only asking for $2,000 for his business, I'm sure you would have invested $2,000. Would you not have? Yeah. Absolutely. But no, you wouldn't have. You know why? Because you wasn't going to be invited to the meeting. Wow. Because guess what? At one point it was 10 cents a share. Your parents didn't know about it because they wasn't invited. Apple was looking for $2,000. Your parents didn't know about it because they wasn't invited. And the reason why they wasn't invited is because it's called information circles. And you know what divides the information circles? Money. know what a Bugatti is now, right? Everybody know what a Bugatti is. But how many people knew what the Bugatti was before the song came out? Not many people. A Bugatti been out for years. A long time. But people didn't know about it because they don't make enough money to. I don't know if you guys know about, in fact, do you guys know about Balenciaga shoes?
Yeah.
Right? You know about them? But not everybody does. Not everybody does. And most of the time they don't know about it because they don't make enough money to. There's things that we know now that literally are out of our tax bracket. For instance, this is a Louis Vuitton purse. Louis Vuitton purse is out of our tax bracket. Those are $1,200 purses. But the only reason we know about it is because somebody famous had them on. There were no commercials for that. There were no advertisements for Louis Vuitton. Think about everything that's advertised. It's stuff that we can afford. Everything we can't afford doesn't need advertising because it's already in the information circle. Information circles like this type of opportunity don't get brought down to our information circle because it's for rich people. And we always wonder how are Jewish people continuously stay rich? You ever wondered that? Like, how the hell are they always rich? Because they keep it within their circle. They don't let it out. Asian, same thing. Think about I don't know, I'm from Inglewood. I live in Crenshaw 104. I went to Inglewood High School, graduated in 2006. So I'm from here. And every time, I was so mad when Louisiana chicken was bought out by the Asians. I don't know about y'all, but I still want fries, I don't want fried rice. Right? Think about it. Matter of fact, do y'all remember FUBU?
Yeah.
Remember how big it was? And guess who it got bought out by? Asians. Because even they understand, you know what, I need to own something. They come over from other countries and make more money than we do. That's because they have a different information, so they understand they have to own something instead of be owned. We were taught to be owned. And we've been taught that since slavery. That's why we still have that mentality. And my best friend used an example. He was like, the last time we had an economic revolution was during the Civil War. It wasn't about slavery. It was about money. Industrializing the country. Right? And we thought it was about slavery because they want to give us pennies. And the thing is, when the slaves were free, you know what happened every time when the slaves got free? They came right back. And they worked for penny. They worked for shelter and food and a little bit of land. Just to live. Just to survive. Not to live, just survive. And that's what we're doing right now. At your job, you're probably working paycheck to paycheck. If you don't go to work, you don't get paid. The bills don't get paid. Your cell phone bill don't get paid. Your car note don't get paid. You're literally working just to survive, not live. And we don't question that. And we have the audacity to judge someone else. We have the audacity to be skeptical. You cannot be skeptical and broke at the same time. You have to pick a struggle. You can't do both at the same time. Literally. And we are. We're skeptical about new opportunities because we don't see them. Right? But you're not skeptical about that Gucci purse. You're not skeptical about that Michael Kors purse that you heard Nicki Minaj talk about. You're not skeptical about buying Balenciaga shoes. You're not skeptical about those things, right? But we're skeptical about an opportunity. Opportunity to change your life forever. If you work somewhere right now for 8 hours a day, that's 8 out of 24. That's a third. Can we all agree? It's only 24 hours in a day. Now, if you make $50 a year, which I'm supposed to make when I graduate, and the max I'll be able to make throughout that entire year is $150,000. You know why? Because you do 8 times 3, that's 24. I don't get 25 hours, I get 24, that's it. If you work by the hour, you can only work by the hour. Right. So if I work all 24 hours of my time, I'm only going to make $150,000. That's still below average. That's still below average. And you know what's going to take me to get past that? 10 years, and then I get a $5,000 raise. Another 10 years, maybe another 2. That is a system we're a part of. That's a system we're a part of, and we don't question it. And this is the opportunity for you to do something different, to get something different, and get extraordinary results. To be outstanding, you have to do something to stand out. Will we all agree? Yeah. Right? I'm going to use this last example before I get into what we actually do. I like to use the example of ants, because we are ants. I'm sorry to tell y'all, we are ants. Everything you wear, everything you do, everything you see, everything you know is something that someone previously knew, wore, or knows, right? Every answer you know in your head right now is from someone else told you, right? If I say look it up, you're going to look to somebody else what their answer was to reference your answer, correct? But we don't question things. We only got the answer. Questions, you can always create a new question. You can't create a new answer. So question what you're in. Stop letting it go. Don't fail before you try. We're like ants. All we do is follow the ant in front of us, literally. What you're doing right now is something that someone already else has done before. So you're following an ant, and tomorrow, I'm telling you right now, tomorrow is not already done for you. You can create tomorrow whatever way you want to create it. But you're probably going to follow that ant in front of you. Right? And just like ants, when there's a bunch of ants in your house, what's the first thing you go get? The raid. Everybody dying, right? Everybody getting sprayed. Nobody living. Right? But then check this out. That's when it's a line of ants. What about when it's one ant in your house? You gonna get the raid from one ant? No. But you may try to, thumb him down real quick. You know what I mean? Try to kill him. Or if you miss him, you're like, all right, whatever. You move on the couch. It's a big deal. You're not finna move the couch. If there's a lot of ants, you moving the whole, everything gotta go. You know what I mean? So think about yourself. You're in an ant line. You're following someone in front of you who don't know where they're going. If you ever put something in front of an ant line and the ants go around, it's go a different way. And everybody just follows. That's what we do. We put something in front of everybody, just follow. One person watches the show, everybody watches the show. One person got Instagram, everybody got Instagram. Right? Now think about yourself. When you do something different, when you go out on your own, you have a better chance of survival. A better chance of survival. And you eat more than the other ants. So when you find food, you eat first, and you go tell everybody else, and they die. And you go find something else. So think about yourself and about what we do. This works. Think about how we made Facebook big. We all got Facebooks, I'm sure, right? We all got Facebooks. How'd you hear about Facebook? Somebody told you, right? How'd you hear about Facebook? How'd you hear about Instagram?
I went.
How'd you hear about it? How'd you hear about it, though?
I saw all your stuff linked to Facebook.
Somebody told you, right?
Basically.
Twitter, somebody told you. Snapchat, somebody told you. Facebook never had commercials. Not one commercial, not one advertisement. Yet, Mark Zuckerberg is worth $17.8 billion somehow. And Facebook is free. It's free. What he understood was that I'm not going to pay for traditional advertising because as long as you like it, you're going to tell somebody else, right? And you're going to make her like it. As long as she likes it, she's going to tell somebody else. And while she's telling it, also you telling somebody else too. You get like a product or a service, you tell your friend about it. Even if you don't like it, you tell your friend about it. You see a good movie, or it's a bad movie, you're going to tell them, hey, do not go see this movie. It was terrible. Wait till it come out on bootleg. Wait till it come out on bootleg. You know what I mean? Literally, you like something, you tell your friends about it. Everything that's huge right now don't have commercials. I'm going to use an example. Gucci, do they got commercials? No. Lamborghinis, do they got commercials? Would you ever see a commercial for Rolls Royce? Never. Anything that's of value will not have commercials, but you'll always see a commercial for Toyota, for Honda, right? For Kohl's. You're going to see a commercial for that stuff. You're going to see a commercial for those things. Anything of value, not commercial. This doesn't have commercial because it's so much of value. It's not supposed to be for our information. It's not supposed to be for us. Everyone's doing this and making a lot of money. White, Asian, Filipino. Literally. And I'm talking about no one that's been doing this for less than a year has not made over $100,000. I'm talking about a 16-year-old girl who makes $4 grand a month doing this. 16. She's white. Right? No one that's been doing this for a period of 3 years has not made over $1 million. I don't have another $1 million opportunity that's going to get me there in 3 years. If y'all got one after this, sign me up for that too, because I'm not passing on no opportunities. Literally. So it works just like Facebook. You tell a friend, they get excited because you're excited, and this works like this. Did you like to drink?
It's not about the drink.
Right. I mean, but did you like it? Would you drink it? Would you drink it again? Maybe? Somebody might get another one for free?
Thirsty,
Yeah. If you can tell somebody else to drink it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we get you paid. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. This is the healthiest thing you can put in your body. As you saw, it stands for vitamins, essentials, minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera. Anybody know what the mangosteen fruit is?
It's like a superfood.
Well, no. The reason why y'all don't know what it is because it's not in our information circle. They sell it at farmer's market, not at Food for Less. Literally, the mangosteen fruit is really, really healthy, right? The peel of it is actually the healthiest part of it, and that's what creates the energy. See, unlike Red Bull, Rockstar, and Monster, which we know about, it uses extract from the coffee bean. That's why you get the crash and the jitters. This is a different product, a different fruit that we don't know about. Currently, it's the official drink of the Phoenix Suns, the Charlotte Bobcats, owned by Michael Jordan himself. He dropped his contract. He used to have commercials with Gatorade and all that stuff. When the last time you seen one of those? A long time. He dropped his contract with Gatorade and put this product in because how healthy it was for his players. It's been on Dr. Oz 3 times because how healthy it is. And he chooses what he puts on his show. He doesn't get paid for anything because he would lose his credibility. Obviously, he paid him to put stuff on it, he would lose it. He said, you drink one of these a day with a handful of almonds, you reach your nutrition for the day. That's simple. We got a NASCAR endorsement, we got an NHL endorsement with the Phoenix Breakers, which is the WNBA, working with a contract with Chicago White Sox. So big currently right now that Coca-Cola tried to purchase the entire company for $3.8 billion. That's how big this is. If Coca-Cola's interested, why are you not? Literally. They don't play around. This is going global. It's in 60 different countries. I mean, 60 different governments. Governments have to dissect the product and the business for it allowed in their country. This is a pyramid scheme. It wouldn't still be working. And I thought it was. See, this works like a basketball team. Anybody scores, the whole team gets 2 points, right? Would you like to get paid off what happens in Oklahoma? Absolutely. Would you like to get paid if you wasn't here? Absolutely. Right? And the thing is, we are walking, talking, advertising. We don't realize right now you are working for Diamond Supply. You are working for them right now, but you're not getting paid. Now, if I paid you to wear that sweater, how often would you wear it? Every single day. That's how this works. You get paid to do something you do already. Why not get paid for it? We get paid in 9 different ways to share information. How you get started in this business, and I'll answer questions. I've been in it for a while, so I'll answer a bunch of questions later. And how you get started in this business, you order product. Right? You start off on the builder pack. One of them is a gold pack, and that's $1,000 worth of product. When I heard $1,000, I said, I'm not interested, I'm out of here. Bam! I'm not paying for nothing, I'm not buying it. I'm not trying to hear it. Right? But I didn't realize when somebody told me, like, what are you going to invest? You're going to invest 1 or 2 things to make money in this economy. You're either going to invest time or money. And time is way more valuable because you can't get that back. Today is going to be the last July 30th, 2013 that you ever have. What did you do with it? You probably won't even remember it. You didn't have an experience. Or maybe you will because you decided to change your life tonight. You know what I mean? That's the only way you're going to remember it. So, I didn't have $1,000. None of my friends had $1,000 because we all broke. Right? So, we have what we call the silver pack, which is $500 worth of product. $500 worth of product. And I said, well, I never have to spend money to make money. I don't understand it. And then somebody was like, well, that's why a job application is free. Right? They say, matter of fact, if you had to pay to work at FedEx, you probably wouldn't apply. No, you wouldn't have. If you had to pay to get a job, we probably wouldn't be working. Right? So I went to my dad. I said, Dad, I don't know about this business. It seems sketchy. It seems weird. They told me I can make a lot of money. It's $500. He said, so what? And I said, what? $500 is a problem for me. And he said, when's the last time it wasn't a problem for you? And I was like, it's always been a problem. He said, what have you done to change that? And I said, well, shit, I guess nothing. Because I've been doing the same thing. And what that made me realize, if you don't do nothing different, you won't get different results. I don't know if you do the same thing every day, expecting different results. That's definitely showing insanity. You know, I agree with that. Right? So why are you acting not in that case? Do something different to get something different. So he said, if I gave you $500 in your hand right now, would it change your life? First thing I said was, this is going to change my life. Come on, buy something. And then he said, then what? You're going to be broke again. He said, son, you're going to spend $500 on something. Whether it's on gas, whether it's on a tire, whether it's whatever. Something's going to happen when you got to spend $500. We spent $500 on a weekend in Vegas. We don't agree. They ain't never paid you back. Right? So he said, if I give you $500 right now, would it change where you live at? Would it change the car you drive? Would it even change the food you eat off the menu next month? It wouldn't change your life. It may change a moment today. If you feel better, if you got $500 in your bank account. And you save it for a rainy day. Then it rains.
Let's go.
And it's gone. So he said, but if it's something that you're supposed to get something, if it's a return of investment, why not? He said, $500 is not a lot of money. You think it's a lot of money. You put value on that. He said, if it's something that's going to never have you working again, never have make you clock in, clock out for a boss, no one tells you when you can pee, no one tells you when you can eat, and how long you can eat for, because we know 30 minutes ain't long enough. Right? He said, if you can change your life that drastically, $500 is a great opportunity, because I bet y'all would bet $10 to make 100, right? So why not take a chance with $500 to make $1 million? Now, I'm going to end like this. I'm going to end with this story that my best friend shared with me, and this has really inspired me to move, to go for everything I want in life and never miss an opportunity ever again. He said that if you had one chance to go to Vegas, what would you do? Matter of fact, what wouldn't you do if you had one chance to go to Vegas? I said, I'm wilding out. He's like, would you spend all your money? I said, yeah, I'm going to go broke. I got one time. I'm flossing. I'm doing everything I can. I'm going to rehab 3rd floor. You know, you can't get up there. I'm getting bottle service. I'm gambling everywhere. And then he said, now what if you had $1,000? It was your last roll. Last time you ever going to gamble, would you bet the whole 1,000? I said, yeah, I bet the whole 1,000. I got one shot ever. Why not take a chance? And he said, now what if you got one chance in life? Right. And then he said, but you're not going to take opportunity in life. you're not gonna get this back. This one shot. It's not a dress rehearsal. So you passing up opportunities. That shouldn't be an issue. That shouldn't be an option. Take every opportunity. You never know which one is gonna work. So with that said, thank you guys for letting me speak to you. My name is Keith. Please, I don't care what you do. If you don't want to do this, you do want to do it. I don't care. Ask questions. Know what you're not doing. Know it. You don't know what you don't. That's why you don't have. And you continue that way unless you ask questions. Thank you guys. We're gonna play some music and get your questions answered.